everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just finished the video over different books that you can use in your journals, and I gave you my recommendations. So I am going to share with you today something very easy and simple to do in regards to beautiful book pages, right? So before I get into that, I want to share with you this spread here. So if you are interested in like what you're seeing here, which is why I mentioned that, I do have a video over that. And at the end of that video, I have a couple of other videos over some of the books that I have that you may want to add into your own journal making, or, you know. So this one is actually... Okay, so let's start here. This is a page layout, right? So scrapbooking and this here sort of stuff. This is what we call a page layout. There are layers going on here, and I'm trying to be mindful not to go too crazy with my journals, because you guys, if you'll look back, some of my journals kind of got really out there a bit. So I toned it down and I focused more on like plain-ish type journals. But I do want to get back into, I keep saying I'm going to get back into my fluffy journals. So keeping in mind of that, I want to have lots of stuff going on, but I don't want to have it to where you can hardly open the pages and stuff, right? Anyway, enough of that talking. So this is what we have going on here. This will actually fold out here, and there's a pocket here, as you can see, and I've just used the Pepin papers, those creative papers, very beautiful botanical pages to add in your journals and stuff. And this here part is actually a pocket up there, so I need to add a tag in there, and of course do whatever I'm going to do to those tags. So I did show this book to you, I have in one of my videos. Added in some of the leaf trim here, whatever we call that, leaf ribbon, and then this turns over, and I've also added some of that trim there as well to disguise where the envelope was connecting the book page to the flip pocket. I may go and add something in here, but I may not, because the coffee dye just looks very nice on its own, and I don't want to go too crazy like I was saying. So okay, this, before I forget, this, one of the ladies, when I was talking about the Pepin papers, she asked me if I had tried their flowers out. And so I had not. I didn't think that I wanted to, but I decided to go ahead and give them a try. And I'm glad that I purchased them. They're very, very thick, and these are postcards. So that's those two. But of course, I've got the one with the roses. And I also have the birds, a couple of the birds ones coming as well. But they're like 4x6, I think. And they are very beautiful. So if you're interested, now they do have this ribbon here. Okay, you pop that up and then you can kind of pull that out. But it's still not, it still doesn't want to come out, you know, without going like really crazy. So I just turn it over. Now, once you make you a book out of these, here's your box here, you know, so you can have your journal in a box. You guys know how I like to do that. And I don't want to pull all of these out, but I do want to kind of show you some. There's that one, because I don't want to have to put all of these back in. And I don't know why I'm like that, but the ribbon here, I can just take that off because they're going to be in there. But I feel like if I do that and then they all fall out, they'll go everywhere, and then that will just be kind of crazy, right? But for now, I'm not going to show you all of those, but they are really nice. And I'll put these back in. That's the rose one. And then these ones are the botanical ones. So these being a couple of those, and then there's that one, and oranges, Macanil tree, cannonball tree. Thought those were really interesting names. So like I said, I'm not going to pull all of these out, but I did want to show you those in case you are interested in those as well. If not for journaling, maybe you want to send some postcards. So let's jump into what we're going to do here. So you know how you have those pages that you do not want to cut. You don't want to make tags out of them, because just say that this wasn't, well, that's pretty. But anyway, so you don't want to make tags out of them or whatever. How, you know, if you don't want to tear them apart, however you're going to use them. I was asked a while back what would I do? How do I choose? Well, sometimes you don't want to choose. And as you can see, even though the theme I have going on here, right, is what this someone said, Tiffany blue. It's a beautiful color. I still have pops of other colors here, right? And I'm not going to go and add in orange, because the overall theme, and that's what I need to stick with, is the turquoise. But I can still go in and add these colors. Now, if I wanted to bring that turquoise color in, and I'm kind of all over the place right now, you guys. If I wanted to go and bring that the teal color in, teal, Tiffany blue, whatever, I can still go in with that, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. If I have some of that color hanging over, I can go in with these little things I found in my stash as I was shopping my stash. These, and I've been having quite a bit of fun with them. So I could come here, because that blends in with the orange. But anyway, enough of that. What I'm going to share with you, so this is what I'm going to do. So you have this page like this, right? This is beautiful. Just imagine that you have any beautiful page that you do not want to, and that's what I did, because I wanted to use this. I wanted to bring the orange in, and I was like, okay, well, let's just fold it, Clemmy. Just go ahead and fold it, right? So I did that, and then I looked it over, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to fold it. What can I do? Well, instead of folding it horizontally, I'm just going to fold it vertically, right? And so I was like, okay, but what, are you just going to stick it in the pocket, which is an option, of course, but I want this to as well be a flap. So then I was just like, okay, let's just make this a flap, because what's going to happen is this is going to be my flap, and then this is going to open up, and then I have access to the pocket, and then some other pages or whatever I want to have back there. So this is nothing hard, you guys. It's just an idea of how to use some beautiful pages. Now, if there were a picture on the back, then that would have to be something else. You could still keep it. Let me show you what you can do, okay? So say you have a beautiful picture on this side and a beautiful picture on this side as well, and you do not want to cut it, okay? You can still fold it like that and have your flap, but I also use, where is it at? I also use acetate, as well as, now of course I can't find it. I want to pull out another piece, as vellum to connect pages. Right, I know I showed you guys tape. You can use tape. But anyway, you can come here and use your acetate or vellum as a flap. Well, how is it going to stay closed? Well, you could add like an embellishment here if you want to, and add a magnet to keep it down, but simply use a paper clip, right? So that you can also open that up, add a pocket or something light here if you want to. That's not what I'm going to do, because as you can see, it's just writing on the back. I don't need that. So I'm just going to create a hinge, and that's what I've done. So I've taken a piece of file folder, okay, and I've created a hinge. Now, normally you wouldn't need anything this big, because this is probably a couple of inches, but I wanted to add in the Martha Stewart, what is this, flourish.
I have an idea. You could get a butterfly and you could just cut out some holes and deal with the butterfly like a rectangle, and the other piece fold it and glue it so the butterfly can show while the other so it can stick on.
Okay, my son just had a wonderful idea. See how he tries? They both help me with my crafting. Thank you. Okay, so I've also been asked about this, and I had put these in a box somewhere. So this is a ribbon runner, ribbon punch whatever you want to call it. So I have two of them. My favorite one is, I think I have the EK Success. EK Success, listen, EK Success one. And this one is my favorite. The EK Success one does have where you have some detail on the edge, and that's why I purchased it. But it's a little too small, a little too thin. I like this one right here, and it is a Fiskars, just a Fiskars ribbon punch. Okay, so, you know, and you line it up. Now, I have to turn it over so I can see where I'm going to punch my lines. And then I don't go right at the top. I come down a little bit. I'll punch that hole, and then I'll line up this top hole with the last one that I punched on down. So I did share that with you because, anyway, I just did. Now, the reason I am sharing it with you is because how can you get the ribbon punch with out the detail? You make your own, which is what I've done using the Martha Stewart punch. And I had to come in this way because if I laid it out flat, I couldn't do that, right? So that's why I'm going through this one, because I didn't need the ribbon punch to be over there, because this is what's going to tuck inside the book page. So thankfully, it is tough enough to where I can put it through the file folder. So I'm lining that up, and then I'm just going to punch it, right? I'll throw those away in a little while. Now, and this is why I was showing you that, because I am going to come in with, I said I was going to get rid of that after a while. Now, here I am cleaning it up. I'm going to go ahead and line that up so I don't have to worry about that, and I think I'll be okay. And I'm just going to zip through this part. You can talk. What's up?
I have nothing to say. Oh yeah, I did have something to say. You can't get that clear tape you have, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Get a flower side or a butterfly side and put it on the outside of your journal, and then get another one like that and put it on the inside of your journal.
Mm-hmm.
And copy it.
And
copy the same flowers on the outside and the inside.
Oh, that would be nice. Look at you with all the ideas. And you were making, what, all of your little geometric shapes yesterday?
Oh, yeah, I'll show you.
All your little creations?
I made one right here. This one.
Awesome. Look at that. Let me see what that is.
It's supposed to be a...
Cool, man. Cool.
I made it with, let me see, rectangles.
Yeah. Can you make one with triangles now?
I mean triangles. I can.
What about circles then?
I did make one with squares. Yeah.
So what he's done is he's taken some triangles, and he's, you know, different shapes, triangles, rectangles, and stuff like that, and placed cuts within them, and connected them all together to turn many into one. So it's pretty neat. And see how that is lovely on that. So to keep this to where I don't have to, you know, worry about it falling out, I tack my down with some glue. This part, I put a little glue right there. I need to open up another bottle here. So I put a little piece of glue there. And I'll do the same on this end. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to open that up, of course, and that is going to be sandwiched in between there like that. and I'll leave a little room. So that, now I would love to go and stitch in here, and so I may do that. Just got to see how things are going to lay out, so that you have it in sandwiched in between here like this, right? So, and this is what I have here. This is just one of the Paperscapes books. This is going to be connected to where it's going to fold open like this, and then I have a couple of book pages here as well. And I think these I'm just going to leave like as is. So whoever purchases this journal, you may want to take that out and use it or keep it there. But I like to have, when I use these, I like to have something behind it so that it kind of stands out on the page, right? A little interest there. And this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I want to make sure, because I've already stitched the cover as it is. So I'm going to glue that like that. And then when I turn this over, okay, I'll have this. And then this is going to be a pocket here, and I'll create something, and it'll be like a tuck. So that's what I'm going to create there. And I can cut the video off here because now I'm just going to glue it. It's nothing big about that, but I'll zip through it and possibly be back. So let me pop in here and say this, okay? So this is what I was talking about. Remember, I told you that you could use some acetate or vellum or tape to connect this. Well, you don't even have to have that, and that's just how it works. So I have this here for the other side, right? Now, as I've done this, I realized you don't even have to have, you could also use the, what is this, the file folder. I could also run, say I pulled out some orange. Say I pulled out some orange ribbon, right? And I ran it down through here, orange cream or whatever I would want to use, and ran it down here. Then I don't even have to worry about covering up the beautiful image that would be on the back of this, because I'd run the like I said, the ribbon down here. This doesn't have to be cut so wide. It's actually cut wider than it needed to be, right? And so anyway, that's what I was sharing with you. Now if you did want to do that, you could also use this. You can cut this with that. This is not the thickest one that I have. And you can also get the filigree on that to where it would be clear and still showing through. And then you would just paper clip, like I would just paper clip all of that so that this part wasn't flapping in the wind, so to say, and that would hold that, you know, shut. So there's that. Now I've said that because I'm also thinking about actually doing that, because I can come in here. Well, I've already covered that up, so I'm just going to, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and close it, and then I'll stitch around it. I'll go ahead and stitch around that. So unfortunately, you guys, I glue over this area. I glue it completely down, and what I wanted was for this to be a pocket. So I wasn't supposed to glue the whole darn thing down, so I'll have to improvise. So I'll put that to the side and do this here. But I need to take off some of the edge here because I had it stuffed in. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to leave that plain. I decided that I was. Yes.
Did you ever do a watch journal? Did you ever do a watch journal?
No, that'll be like a steampunk journal. Yeah, paper. Mama, sorry, but Mama has to do it as she gets inspired. So the way I'm going to connect this is I'm going to cut some off of this because I want it to kind of hang over as far as it possibly can to where most of the butterflies are showing through there. And I know it's going to look kind of odd there with all, no, not really. Because I like this little diamond here, and I was thinking I could come in and ribbon that, but maybe that's too much, going too far. Is it really? And then I could, like I said, use this. Let me just think about that. Then see, because you're going to see the blue hanging over here and here. I could come in here and show that off because I do to a certain extent. I could also come in right there with it. And then possibly over there or over. See, I've kind of already messed it up here because what I should have done was did that before I glued it down, because I could have come in here. Yeah, see, now it's just going to be like no. So let's just do that. So all I'm going to do is I set, this is my McGill when you do the flower thingies. Just going to set it there. And this is all I'm doing. Come over and I'm going to punch. I should have put it there. Put it here. So that I can punch in there. And then take like my scissors and fold it over. Now, I'm not going to cover this up, but you can. That shouldn't bother my page too much, I don't think. But as I'm working through the journal, I'll be able to check back. And if I have to cover that up, then I will. So, I'm either going to put another flower through this one. I did that on another one. So, I'm either going to put a little flower in here, what I did with my tweezers. Okay, I could put a little button in there. Wish I could stick them both in there. And I don't want to go too crazy. You guys know how I do. And then I'm going to put a little butterfly. So I'll put one of these little butterflies in there. And should I put him upside down like that? Or is that too much? Sometimes you can have too much. Let me see. That may be too much for that page. In any case, I don't have to choose what I'm going to do right now because it's already there. Okay, I like that. And then what I'm going to do here is, so don't want to do that. I'm just going to do it. I overthink stuff. I'm going to put something through there. I think I'm going to fill it with some glossy accents.
I have another idea.
Okay.
If you put trees in a journal at the front or at the under, the trees could be holding something secret.
Okay, cool. That's a good idea. Now, I need to be writing these down so I don't forget. So, the little butterfly is going to dangle on there, I think, right there. So I'm just going to punch a hole. And what did I do with the brad I just There, it's hiding. It's hard to see it. Okay, so I'm gonna close that brad up. I should have opened it up first. And should be able to move a little bit, so, and it does. So let me go ahead and add in some more here because it's might get set a little bit. Now I am going to stop, you guys, because I'm already going overboard with this, as you can see now, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not going to trip. So I'm going to do like I showed you guys. I'm gonna use some packing tape, and that's how I'm going to connect my page. That way I don't have that extra to deal with. Up, up. I may be able to use that, so I don't throw that away yet. That one I will toss. Okay, let's kind of angle that. As well as that one. Let me just cut some of this off. So remember, I had this part clipped on with a paper clip so that I could keep it together. So let me just move it, because I'm going to place about right here. Let's move that. I don't want that getting taped. Okay, so now let's put this back how I had it. So that's what my is going to look like, okay? Now I can't turn that over to show you guys what it will, because my glue will probably come out. So let's just say I decided to do it like that. I could, okay? I could, but that white of that is kind of, but no, there's white there. I guess maybe I'm looking for more green, and here the green is hidden. So anyway, that's going to go in like that. Now I can't do anything. I should have done that last, because I'm going to go ahead and stitch around this, but now I have to wait till that to set. But you guys get the gist of everything. And so I guess you'll see how it all flips out and folds out once I do the flip through. But anyway, that'll go like that. And anyway, that might be in the way too much now that I put that there. I may have to tuck that behind, or take some of this away and fold it to where, let me show you. So if I come in with my scoreboard and I come and I score a line, straight line down here, and then I fold that to where it has a gap in that hinge, and then it will naturally hang over like so. Okay, so I stopped off showing you guys that I needed to improvise with my pocket here because I stitched all around this. So I did go ahead and create a pocket just using, you can tell it's kind of shiny here, just using some acetate. So once you, I'm using one hand, so you got to bear with me, and that's not even quite dry yet. So once you remove that, then you have that pretty flower there. So that will go back in that pocket. And then I wanted to show you guys what I did here. So you saw that. I'm not happy with how it has gaps in it. You can see there and there. So I'll keep trying to fill it in. But I really do just like it. It's a simple little add in just to give a little bit of extra detail. And so that's it. I still need to add a tag for this pocket here. And then I did add in a few more pages into the signature. But I think that's where we're going to stop because, and then the paper clip here is going to have to be clipped on there to keep that closed because it is flapping like that. So yeah, that's enough. And then I still have to go and I'm not even finished. So anyway, just thought I would let you guys see that part. Till the next video, have a wonderful grand rising, a wonderful evening, or a wonderful night wherever you are.